my favorite stories that I've heard from you guys over the years are the one before the biggest fight of Sergio's career, Vernon Forrest. You know, going into that fight, what were you, 4-1 underdog at that point? You have a story about the strategy that night. Like what happened that helped you devise the strategy to beat Vernon Forrest?
Well, let me set it up and then I'll hand it over. So we're in the locker room before the biggest fight of our life. We're going to fight Vernon Forrest, a great. And then me and my coach, John Montalongo, and my trainer. So I have a coach that doesn't know nothing about boxing, but he's responsible and he's always on time, unlike Dean. And then we have the mastermind strategist, el maestro, Dean, who knows all about boxing strategy, but you can't rely on him to be on time. He was late for this podcast. So it was just a perfect triangle. So anyway, we're in the locker room shadow boxing, biggest fight of our career. All of a sudden, I'm like, where's Dean? The commission's coming in. They're signing my hand wraps. They go, time to glove up. I'm like, where the fuck is Dean? Where's Dean? And I started getting a little like antsy. And then coach is like, let me call him. And he was calling him. He goes, he's in his room. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in his room? I got pissed, man. But then he comes back down and he comes to the locker room. He goes, we're going to win.
All right, so what happened in between?
I'm going to tell you. So when we're coming down the elevator to go to the, because it's in a, was it Matt Tuckett's, where the fight was at?
Foxwoods,
Connecticut.
So we're coming down the elevator and we're getting out because we came down from our rooms. We're going to walk to the arena. And the girl at the time that was doing all the little gopher shit, what was her name, that little chick?
I forgot.
She goes, oh, Dean, I'm sorry. Because I was asking, because back then the YouTube wasn't a big thing. She gave me the disc of the fighters that we're fighting. And I said, I want everything on Vernon Forrest. She goes, oh, I'm sorry, but I just got this disc, the last Vernon Forrest fight. And I was like, oh, it's too late now. We're going to the arena. So she gives it to me, I threw it in my pocket. And we go to the arena, we're in there, and I was like, I want to turn over every fucking stone, man, because we're up against this guy. I go, you know what? Hey, John, where's your laptop? And he said, it's in my room. Give me your key. I went back to the arena. Went upstairs, went into his room, opened his laptop. I didn't have a laptop back in the day. I didn't know how to put the fuck, I didn't know how to put the disc in the fucking laptop. And I was like, I was pressing buttons. I was doing a bunch of shit.
It's like that scene from Zoolander where Hansel's looking at the computer going, it's in the computer?
Exactly.
No bullshit. I couldn't fucking do it. All of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. I go and open the door. There's a lady, I want to clean your room. I was like, no, I'm good. Close the door. I go back and wait a minute. I go back out. I go, excuse me, do you know how to put this disc? Do you know how to put this disc in this laptop? She goes, well, let me see. She hits the button on the side, the little tray walk comes out. I was like, she puts it in there. She goes, okay, now play. And she puts it. I was like, oh, that lady saved the day. I don't know where she's at, but thank you, whatever your name is. She leaves.
20 years later.
She leaves. I fucking start watching the fight. The fight was a 12-round fight. I watched an entire 12-round fight while he was in the dressing room.
He was gone for a long time, yeah.
And I'm watching him. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, he's beating the shit out of this guy. He's landing all his punches, and he gets tired in the 7th round. Because he stopped trying to win after that. He was like coasting. And then he picked it up again like in the 11th or 12th. Okay. If we can make him miss in the first 3 or 4, he'll get tired earlier. So I fucking ran all the way back to the arena. I come in and go, where the fuck are you? This guy's like, where the fuck were you? And I told him, come to the restroom. That's what I told you. Go to the restroom in our locker room. He go, you're going to win. And he's like, I am? He's kind of like, he goes, I am? I go, yeah, you're going to win. I go, I'm going to tell you why. We're going to change some shit up from the original plan. In the first 4 rounds, just try to win 1 round.
Yeah. And he also told me about the pesky jab, those 2 things.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The little jab.
Yeah, because we couldn't compete with a great jab of Vernon Forrest. He had one of the best jabs in boxing at that time.
I tell him, he's going to get tired. He got tired in the video I saw right now. He got tired in the 7th. He's going to get tired in the 4th. And then you got to take over. Then you start winning your rounds. And at the end, we're going to have to fucking beat him all the way to the end. And I told him, little jabs all the way in. He throws a long jab all the time. He always throws a long jab. You're going to, as soon as he throws it, throw your little jab.
The announcers called it a pesky jab.
Yeah.
And they weren't giving me credit for that pesky jab, but the pesky jab was keeping the big jab of Vernon Forrest off me. So it was those 2 little things that in the last minute of the locker room where he disappeared, Yeah, it was for like half an hour. He came
I was
back.
like, I was gone for an hour.
He came back with get out of the early rounds. He's gonna tire and the pesky jab.
And then check this out. So he's making a miss early, and I'm calling out every Vernon Forrest combination. He's gonna throw 32 now.
I remember.
He's gonna throw this.
Yeah.
He's gonna do this now.
Yeah.
I knew that guy so good. I had 2 TVs at the same time watching him, and I remember I said he was getting Sergio next to the corner. I knew his combination when he was gonna get when he gets a fighter next to the corner, and Vernon Forrest literally looked right at me. He went like this, and he smiled. I couldn't believe it. He was like, "This motherfucker knows me. This fucking guy did his homework." So this guy did he comes back to the corner after the 4th round. He goes, "I got him.
Yeah.
I got him.
Uh-huh.
I figured, I seen it now. I know what you're talking about." And he goes, "I'm going to win." And then, fuck, it went down to the end. What happened?
So he gets